The crypto world is full of bold headlines, and one of the most popular is XRP to $1,000. You've probably seen those videos, tweets, and forum posts, someone passionately claiming, "Just wait, XRP is going to $1,000 and we'll all be millionaires." Well, let's break it down. How realistic is that? And if it does happen, who would actually get rich from it? Let's start with the main thing, the math. For XRP to be worth $1,000, its market capitalization would have to reach, wait for it, tens of trillions of dollars. More than the entire US stock market, more than gold. That's an absolutely unbelievable number by today's standards. Sure, in theory, there could be hyperinflation, a global collapse of fiat currencies, and XRP suddenly becoming the backbone of the entire world economy. But let's be honest, that sounds more like science fiction than a realistic scenario. So the question is, why even talk about such numbers? And here's where it gets interesting. For many people, $1,000 per XRP isn't really a prediction. It's more like a dream, a symbol of hope. It's like, I've held for so many years, made it through all the lawsuits and crashes, now I want to see the absolute peak. But that kind of dream can backfire, because instead of taking profits at reasonable levels, say at $5, $10, or $20, people might keep waiting for that magical 1,000 and end up with nothing. Now here's the real question. If XRP ever does reach $1,000, who actually gets rich? Not the people who just threw in $50 yesterday. It's those who've been holding tens of thousands of tokens, bought them at 20 to 30 cents, believed in the project, and invested for the long term. In other words, early, patient, and cool-headed investors. And of course, the Ripple founders and major funds holding millions of XRP. For the average investor who just wants to make a profit, it's better to focus on realistic goals, not the dream of $1,000. For example, if you're holding 5,000 XRP and the price goes up to just $10, that's already $50,000. Isn't that enough? So, friends, XRP at $1,000, it's a nice headline. But what really matters isn't fantasy, it's a clear strategy. A realistic rise for XRP in the coming years is $5, $10, maybe even $20. And that's more than enough to make a solid profit. The key is not to chase illusions, but to work with what's real.